What up, everybody? Welcome to the outside. We're outside. We're off of West 7th in Montreal in lovely St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm waiting for a call about my car, getting an oil change, a brake inspection, all that good stuff. I want to do a quick update, kind of just on all things Chop and Brew, the show, the channel. So I'm recording this Saturday, October 17th. Happy birthday, Mom. Whoop, whoop. Mama Chop. And so this is the last weekend. Speaking of moms, the last weekend, most likely, Elsa and I will exist as a party of two before having our child sometime in the next week. Literally, I was like, should I be getting an oil change on a day that my wife could theoretically go into labor? So that's a huge thing, obviously, and it's coming up quick. And so as part of that, I wanted to kind of talk about like Chop and Brew for the last, let's just say, like the pandemic era. Obviously, we've gone into doing like a lot of Zoom interviews, both with pro brewers and home brewers. We've done a lot of kind of like garage tasting notes. We basically kind of had to break away from shooting video, obviously, of like 5 guys in badass Bryan Adams' basement, or 2 people over here, or like 5 guys even doing like beer reviews. So it's already been a shift, and now with a kid on the way, I assume it's going to be more of a shift. You know, there's no shortage of stuff to edit in the box, for sure, as you guys have heard me say millions and millions of times, and you're waiting for certain videos to come out. I know. I just don't know. I'm not stopping the show, for sure. That's not what this video is. I'm not breaking up with you. It's not you, it's me, but it's none of us. We're not going away. I just think it's going to go into like a different kind of like mindset. Thankfully, I thrive on sleeplessness, to Elsa's chagrin. I stay up late, I wake up early. It's been that way since college, high school probably even. So I'm not worried that like, oh, I don't sleep anymore, so I can't do Chop and Brew. But obviously, there will be another human in the mix. That needs a lot of time. But, you know, I bought this GoPro that I've been experimenting with. You've probably seen it on the channel. So I'm just wondering, you know, like, will we do a lot more kind of point of view? Might it turn a little bloggy as we're like trying to cook for 3 and like meal plan, but also not lose momentum as a home brewer? You know, thankfully working at Northern Brewer again now, like there's no way that home brewing won't be a part of my life on multiple layers. So, you know, I brewed for the pregnancy. I brewed some nursing stouts last weekend. So I don't know. I think this is a video just to say, like, stick with us, stick with me. You always have. It's been many years, almost 7 years, if not more than 7 years. And I have stuff. If you follow on social, like I have club night footage from 2014 I want to get out. God, there's hot pepper stuff. There's the Norway trip. We took a trip to Black Swan Cooperage like 3 years ago that's just begging to be edited. Snack Stick brewing a barley wine, invert sugar, 1.5 million tasting notes from like Paul Illa's beers during pandemics, and those would come with recipes. And I guess that's kind of my point too, is like, even when we can't do a full-fledged, well-polished, highly produced episode, what I would call like the feature episodes is what I kind of call those, like full-on legit episodes. Like these tasting notes and interviews, I hope you get a lot of them, because I go out of my way to at least like get the groundwork covered with information, whether that's from the brewers themselves, a little something beyond just what the can says, or with the home brewers. Obviously, we always try to make sure that whoever we're talking to is cool with sharing the recipe, so that like we're just adding tools and recipes to the arsenal in the toolbox. Back to other things that have been shot. Actually, that's a fruitless effort. Like I have so many lists of like 12 or 15 things. Like I'll just randomly be clicking around looking for something, and then I'll be like, oh, what? We never edit like the Chucklehead. I did like the peach pumpkin ginger ale as like a response to the Budweiser ad making fun of, well, it wasn't making fun of homebrewers, that ad anyway, but it was making fun of like just fussy beer drinkers. I freaking brewed that thing and it was awesome, like I think 6 years ago, and I found it the other day and I was just like, dude, there's a major problem with like shooting something and not editing right away, just being like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. So that's all to say there's no shortage of stuff to come for months and years to come. I appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate your input too. If you have any idea of like people who have kids and know what Elsa and I are about to get into, like what would be most fun and useful to document with a GoPro strapped to my head potentially, or, you know, through any other means, you know, what kind of stuff. But also, you know, as I said, working at Northern Brewer, I'm going to just be like, I'm living and breathing homebrew every day. So like, what kind of things outside of my day job could I kind of like be questioning and like digging into? I definitely like the idea of doing more interviews. I know that they're not the most exciting videos, and I also could tell they're not the most viewed from the analytics, but you know, I feel like it's important to hear other people talking right now, pro brewers, home brewers, food people, and if something I record now and seems like not well noticed or viewed, my best hope is that at some point it becomes timely or relevant again and become like the John Kimmick video that just like constantly comes into like the top 10 videos because people come to it along the way while doing their research on him. So whatever. I don't know, y'all. I'm going to go for a really long walk while I wait to get the call about my car. I just want to say thank y'all. We're about to go into a whole new world of Chop and Brew and Chop and Brew Junior. I hope things get better sooner than later so we can all be back in badass Brian Adams' basement. Or our buddy Leaf just got like a new house with a workshop. He's got the Grainfather 220. Shout out BSG. Shout out Bevy. Shout out Grainfather. And now he's brewing, and he could be like a whole spin-off series to himself from the frequency that I assume he's going to be brewing at. So, you know, we've got ideas like getting him his own GoPro so he can get me cards and I can edit. I don't know. We just don't know. We don't know, man. I think the less editing, the better probably for the time being, or the less editing something requires, the better, I should say. Just because like with baby time, I think there's going to be a lot of like vloggy type entries. I don't know, y'all. Stay with us. Keep up. If you want to support through Patreon, please do that. Help keep the show going. Also through Patreon, just kind of let us know what kind of rewards would be more meaningful to you if the ones that are there ain't all that. Yeah, man. Chop for chop, brew for brew. Baby's coming. Fall is here. Oh, by the way, I've been using a tree as a tripod. I'm going to show you. So since I can't take a picture of it because I'm using the phone, this whole time, talk about chop and brew, homebrew, the phone was sitting right there looking up. We don't mess around, y'all. Check this out though, man. It is fall. It's actually kind of like post-fall. It's like fall's almost done up in here. Trees are kind of naked. The ground is covered. It was an awesome fall, actually. It was a really awesome fall. So, peace, y'all. Chop for chop, brew for brew.